Greetings, Goddess Body, Mind, Spirit community. This is Tyra Omilade, your goddess guru, your sister friend. And you know, I love helping women align with their life purpose, using the power of ancient wisdom and the goddess centered lifestyle. And today I wanted to come on and look at the astrology. So, if you are new to the channel, I am a spiritual guide and coach. And one of my superpowers is divination. And so I love using divination to help empower women. And I like going over the weekly astrology so that I can help you to understand what is the astrological weather, and you can use it and, to leverage your life to understand what's going on. To all of the G Hive stands for Goddess Hive. How are y'all? Thank you so, so much for watching. I am recording this and going to upload it. Okay, just one moment. Okay, so let's look at starting with January the 15th. We're going to go through the 20th. This is one of the most important weeks of the year because we have Sun in Aquarius and Pluto moving into Aquarius on the same day. So that's something that we've been looking at for quite a while, those of us who study astrology. So I've spoken on it, but I'll speak on it a little bit more. So happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day. I know I'm getting this out a little bit later on King Day, but yes, happy Martin Luther King Jr. I created a couple of videos to talk about his life. I thought that would be a nice contribution to our MLK Day festivities. Nice energy here. We have Sun sextile Neptune. It is a day of blessings. It could be a day of where you feel like there's a spiritual message coming through. You feel supported maybe by wisdom and maybe even, yeah, just this energy that's like this inner brilliance, this inner radiance. It even could be a little bit of a day where you have a little more energy, but it's like to be inspired. So yeah, it could be like you have energy, but it's energy to be, it's like energy that you get from some inner inspiration, or it could be very creative. It could be a time where you feel very creative, and you would also feel that on the 16th. So I love that so, so much. For those of us who live in the United States, Martin Luther King Jr. Day is definitely a time to feel inspired. But it could be where you feel extra relaxed. That's something else that could be coming up. So then we have the 16th and the 17th. There's not a lot going on those days, but still, we feel the energy from this first meeting of planets. And then we'll start feeling the energy of this Mercury meeting Saturn and Mercury meeting Jupiter. These are beautiful meetings. They actually are bringing back something. So it's like something can return because this is actually Mercury is finishing up its retrograde during the shadow period. So the shadow period is the time when Mercury is going forward back over the degrees that it retrograded over, at least this part of the shadow. So it could be some support that you thought you were gonna get, it comes back. I needed to see that because yeah. Um, it could be you have the mindset that helps you to do something hard, to work hard, maybe even to face something, because Saturn is about facing something. And, let's see here. Sometimes I have to look at the chart. Let me pull it up. A know it's Capricorn and Pisces, but I just kinda need to see it to get myself oriented. So we have Mercury here in Pisces. Yeah, I think it could make anything that is kind of hard and challenging to do, it can help you to get it done. It For people who feel like they haven't had much discipline, this can help you to have some discipline, maybe to clean up some messy areas or something like that. But I definitely, oh, excuse me, wrong place. I definitely love that transit so much. It's beneficial. And then Mercury trine Jupiter. If you have been wanting to look at, what is it that you want to focus on for the year, you may still actually not be clear. And so with Mercury trine Jupiter, you might be able to better see what the vision is for your life. And then this one also has to do with resources and money. So it could be missed opportunities around money, resources, even something with the career could be coming back around for some of you. And then it also has to do with health and wellness. So it could be you've been working on your health and now you are at a good spot. You have that discipline that you need, or you've been working on your health and now you're going to see the payoff from doing that. So that's a beautiful transit right there. Also, Venus square Neptune. Now, this one we're going to, Mercury sextile Saturn, we'll feel that on the 17th, 18th, and 19th. Mercury trine Jupiter, we'll feel 18th, 19th, 20th. Same with Venus square Neptune. So Venus square Neptune, that's a nice transit. You definitely could also feel kind of like you around the 19th for sure. People can kind of feel like they don't really want to do anything. It's kind of like I just want to have a good time. I just want to relax. There could be something that comes up around relationships, maybe, something unsaid, something unspoken gets revealed, a secret gets revealed or something like that. Um, it definitely kinda has this vibe of, like, it could be creative, but it'll take you taking some action to really tap into the inner creativity. It also could be, something around, um, wisdom. Maybe you're gonna learn something deep and profound from a relationship or, some relationship that you have, but it might be one that feels a little bit challenging, helps you to just really be open spiritually, okay? But it's definitely kind of one thing I will say is watch being lied to, watch being scammed. It's really important with that. Okay, so then here on the 20th, uh, hold on, I wanted to look here real quick. On the 20th, on the 19th. Okay. So on the 20th, the sun and excuse me, the sun and Pluto are both on 29 degrees of Capricorn. So they conjunct in Capricorn and then they're going to conjunct in Aquarius. So that's very rare. It's very, very rare. I can't even begin to express how rare that is. This day is special. I do think that maybe we have this nice, sort of easy week. We'll need every piece of it because this energy, and we can already see the weather is incredible. Like in the United States, I don't know about everywhere, but it sounds like a lot of us are having a lot of cold energy, which does not shock me because Capricorn is a very cold sign. And so, the sun and Pluto getting ready to meet there in Capricorn, I think could be really affecting the weather. But it's like this one last big transformation. And when it comes to personal astrology, it's kind of like whatever house Pluto is in for you, whatever that Capricorn house is for you, then and it's been something you've been working on for a while because Pluto has been at this 29th degree before. Just think about maybe around March to about June, there may have been something new, but it was kind of intense. No, 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 no. This is the 29th degree. I'm sorry. So like January to March, and then like from June till now, there's some change that needs to happen. So I had said I was going to go through the signs. Hold on 1 second. Let me find my little cheat sheet. Uh, okay, so let me um, pull up this. So, because it is going to go back through, some people are saying it's not coming back to that 29th degree, but Pluto will be back to that 29th degree in September through December of 2024. And this is our last little push for transformation. Now, I do want to emphasize that transformation, when it comes to Pluto, is largely about society. Like we're seeing it in the weather, or we'll see it in the government because Capricorn has to do with government, and we'll see it in society. But for I want you to be thinking about what has been transforming for you since about 2007, and I know it's challenging to think about it, but I'm going to give you an area of life where I assure you, you have been required to make some type of transformation, but it's transformation over time. So for Aries, the transformation would be around career and what you're known for. All right. And, if you're younger, um, Aries, or if you're younger, then just think about, since you have been a little bit older, it'll be standing out for you. Trust and believe. For Taurus, it would be your life philosophy, how you see the world, your vision, where you want to head. Like what direction do you want to take your life? And it could be Taurus that you've been transforming in terms of like knowledge or some type of higher level of study. Some of the Tauruses could be feeling like they're initiating into, like you're being initiated in some kind of way. For Geminis, there's been a transformation in terms of like healing yourself. And I agree here, debt, taxes, um, money, shared resources. But it's also like this psychology, this healing of your psychologies, and I'm telling you, I've seen a lot going on with Geminis, young and older. So definitely, that. And, okay, so I'm just touching on things lightly here. So next is, f this is for Cancerians. You've had transformation in terms of relationships, one-to-one partnerships. There may have been some legal things going on with you also. And for you, the question may have been like, how can I get more in balance? Feel like things are out of balance. But it's definitely this transformation around you and others, you and balancing your life. Next is Leo. Capricorn has to do with health and wellness, and it has to do with work, workplace. There's been a transformation happening for um, Leos in this particular area. It also may be something with pets or charitable giving, or you doing community service or something like that. But for sure, health, wellness, day to day routines and operation, and something around work and just like how you work day by day. Like, what are your systems? What's your organization? Transformation around that. Next would be Virgo. So for you, Capricorn is your fifth house. And so for the Virgos, this might have something to do with transformation around your children, or um, something about dating and sex and having fun, using your unique gifts and talents. Maybe some of the Virgos have been resistant to using their gifts and talents, and Pluto in Capricorn for you has been just like really getting you to tap into, your inner gifts and talents so that you can use them. Also, maybe transforming life so that Virgos can have more fun. Okay, so next is Libra. You've had this in the fourth house, no question, home and family, something transforming around that. Maybe some of the Libras have gotten more into dealing with ancestors, or maybe you've been doing some emotional healing. But this Capricorn house is one that's pretty pivotal for Libra. So it could feel like since 2007, it's just been a lot of inner transformation happening for the Libras, but it's like at a foundational level. You're changing at the foundation, the core of who and what you are. Maybe even something around your mom. Next is going to be Scorpio. So for Scorpio, the transformation has been happening in your third house. And whenever we think about the third house, it's transformation of the mind and the mindset. I'm a Scorpio rising, and this is true. I've gotten so much into healing my psyche. Even today, I was saying, I wish when I first initiated into the sacred feminine mysteries, and I remember hearing I needed to do meditation or something like that. I wish I had known mindfulness back then. That's what I needed to do. It wasn't until recently that, I got into mindfulness because mindfulness sustains and buoys my life, right? It's getting control of my mind just being like a runaway train. So that is something that could be happening for a lot of the Scorpios, something around siblings, friends, neighbors. It could be something transformational there, your neighborhood, your local community, but also learning, teaching, speaking, um, just how you think, what you believe. Like maybe you're having a transformation of your belief system. If Taurus is still listening, you could be somebody else is having a major transformation over like your world paradigm and how you see the world. Um, and maybe even something with networking. Okay, so next is going to be Sagittarius. Capricorn for you, Sagittarius, has to do with money. So a lot of the Sagittarius may have been like, I want to get better with my money. There's been major, massive transformation around your personal finances, but also around your stuff. And, like maybe you kind of went from having one approach to having stuff. Like you went from being a hoarder to being a minimalist, which probably Sag is not a hoarder just because Capricorn is not trying to hoard anything. Capricorn doesn't want to spend too much money. And that's the sign that you have on your money house. So, you spend money in a Capricorn way, which is like, I want to spend my money, but I want to be smart about it. I want to have a plan about it, right? But yeah, Sagittarius is anyone can be a hoarder. So maybe it's kind of like you don't want to be a hoarder, and now you want to be a minimalist, or you were like, I just have stuff that reflects me when I was like in my 20s, and all these years you've just been like upgrading and up leveling yourself, transformation, your values, your self-worth, and actually the call to care for yourself. The importance of that is something that's coming up for Sagittarius. Now for you, Capricorn, you know, this transit being here could have created periods of time, maybe in the span of a couple of years, where things are really challenging, but it depends on what do you have in your Capricorn house, and when did Pluto transit your, like, say, for instance, your sun or your ascendant or your moon. But one thing is for sure, all Capricorns have been called to transform in some way, to become somebody new. And that is something that we cannot deny. I've had Pluto in my first house. It is one of the most challenging things I ever experienced, and I didn't even know what was going on because I was a little girl and didn't know astrology. But when I went back and looked at having Pluto in my first house, I was like, I'm a bad mamma jamma to make it through that because I had no idea. It could create a lot of painful events, wounding, that kind of thing. But the purpose, I always believe astrology works for us. And so whether it's be in your body or maybe your mind overall, it has been to help you, transform, and it's just been a part of your path. You're not a bad person. It's just been a part of your path, but you're finishing up that transformation. It's a once in a lifetime transit. So, um, you know, embrace this time to finish up the, whatever it is that you need to change about your health, well-being, your appearance, your life, Capricorn. Okay, next after Capricorn is Aquarius. And so this is happening in the 12th house, and definitely This has to do with an inner transformation, transforming your inner landscape. Is this deep, deep healing going on the inside. It could be something that happened from your childhood. It could be generational. It could have to do with another lifetime where you are being called to transform. It could be like a block was there because Capricorn does represent blocks. Um, and it's like a block to success, right? So I think that it also could help you to heal up your ancestral lineage. Maybe you have been feeling led to do more healing work to heal yourself as well as your ancestors. And it also could be asking you to have a spiritual transformation, Aquarius. I have seen my husband go through that for reals. He's an Aquarius rising. But yeah, tapping into deep, deep spirituality, but it's all, it's like tapping into that 99% unseen realm. But also, this is a place of creativity. So, some of the more artsy Aquariuses could find that, there was some transformation that had to happen in order for you to tap into your inner creativity, or creativity helped you to deal with the transformation or something. But that notion of creativity could be high, and it's like this channel. This maybe was helping Aquarius is be able to channel. Okay, next is Pisces. Excuse me. Yeah, Pisces. And so for Pisces, Pluto on that last degree of Capricorn with the sun coming there is an opportunity maybe for you to finish up some long-term goal that you've been working on, or it could just be helping you to like get to that last little bit of gainfulness. And it could be helping you to transform your community, your friendships. This is really a place of helping you to really step into getting a message out, being very powerful. So I want Pisces to use the sun and Pluto meeting there on the 29th degree as a way to help you get yourself pushed to the end of some long-term goal that you've been working on, because it's going to help. And then for everybody, we will have an opportunity to do that again, September to December. All right. So we're having two conjunctions between Pluto and, excuse me, yeah, Pluto and the sun, one in Capricorn and then one in Aquarius. And so again, I'll just, I know I sound like a broken record, but it just really can't be overstated. Transformation is on the horizon. It is, we cannot get away from this. I actually do think that, and I'm speaking more about like what's going to happen on the world stage. I listened to a video that I made. It was kind of painful, to be honest with you, because I was talking about how much we want to use astrology in a way that's gonna be helpful, and it was just taking me too long to get to the point about Pluto and Aquarius. So let me just say it. Pluto in Aquarius, especially with the sun meeting it there, I really want y'all to know that that has a lot to do with what's going on in society. We really wanna be looking at that transit to know what is coming in society. Astrology, personal astrology, I think is so important. Um, but it's important for us astrologers to make sure we let y'all know what transits really and truly is kind of more about the collective. So this is one of those transits. But I see it as something very positive, even though I think it's going to be disruptive initially. I mean, Aquarius is one of the signs that has to do with disruption. And so it's one of the reasons why I'm saying I think 2024 will be better, but it still will have its challenges. People are slow to change and slow to adopt, but and that's what makes it hard. And, you know, I just think sometimes we will feel frustrated and we'll have to just accept new things can feel scary and we'll feel a little bit resistant, but I want us to do our best to stay open. And I'm going to repeat what I've said before. This is an opportunity for us to make a decision about where we want the United States to go. The majority of y'all who watch my channel are in the United States, from the United States. And I'm asking you all to set a vision, especially us as powerful divine women, um, powerful goddesses, to set an intention for what you desire for this country. You did not get a say so when this country was first formed. Our ancestors did not get a say so in a way that was more of like from an empowered place. We know the history of the disenfranchisement, the thievery, the oppression, and just the takeover of this country. We know who benefited and who didn't benefit. And this is our opportunity to set the path forward because um, we have to remember Pluto and Aquarius is something that was happening as the United States was forming. This is as much a part of the Pluto return for the United States as the actual Pluto return. So Pluto and Aquarius, I think we're just going to see more social unrest. The good news is the power is going to be coming back to the people. Now, this is new, so it's going to take a little while. But I want y'all to think about how initially, maybe, I don't know, initially Pluto really did wreak havoc when it moved into Capricorn because it brought down the banks. But Pluto in Capricorn is when we saw the first non-white male president. The first and only of the United States, and I'm sure other things have happened, so many more women leaders with Pluto in Capricorn. It's been a lot that we saw that Pluto really transformed some stuff that we had never seen before, and, as we've gotten towards the end, it's kind of revealed maybe around the world, but for sure in the United States, um, Pluto is gonna destroy stuff, and it's like destroying government. And the next thing Pluto is gonna do is go into Aquarius. Aquarius is the sign of democracy. I've even heard some astrology teachers say it is the sign of socialism because what it wants is for everybody to have their fair share. It's very much about egalitarianism, equality, equity, and everyone having a voice, everyone having a say so, take care of everyone. It's a very humanitarian sign. So, but before we get there, we still got to deal with Pluto and Capricorn. So I just think it's going to be some really volatile times that we're going to see. Maybe once Pluto goes on into, like, is on the first degree or whatever, maybe we'll be used to this new normal. But we cannot get away from the information age, science age, technology. You were born for such a time as this. That's how I'm going to say it. And Pluto and Aquarius is what this is about. Now, whenever there's a conjunction, that means it's a new cycle. And that's one of the reasons I went through what does the Sun conjunct Pluto in Capricorn mean? Because we're finishing up something we've been working on for a long time. But it's kind of like maybe we'll get a fresh, we'll have like, okay, a fresh new perspective, some new energy to get it done. And then the Sun conjunct Pluto in Aquarius, this happens once a year. Well, the Sun conjunct Pluto happens once a year. Um, so it's giving us an opportunity maybe to focus on all things Aquarius, technology, science, progress, goals, um, the stock market. What else? Collectives that we are part of, conferences, using technology for your to your advantage. So, but it's definitely kicking off a new cycle. Pluto is about transformation, and the sun is this energy, this wise, brilliant energy, creative energy. And so I think it can help us to really tap into some deep creative energy that will help us to transform, or some deep creative energy where we feel empowered because Pluto is about power, where we feel empowered to take action on whatever that creative, whatever that creative flow is, or maybe it's some creative ideas that are coming to us, some creative downloads, and we will be like, oh, yes, that's what I needed. Maybe it'll help you to solve something or to help you to understand what direction you want to go in. Huge, big, important transit, and it'll be interesting to see what comes of it. So I'm just going to stop there. That's enough. Let me pull a card for us. I'm going to pull from my Mythical Goddess Tarot deck. Let's see what the Oracle has for us. Excuse me. So give me a reading for January 15th through the 20th. What would you like us to know? Oof. Okay. I'm going to pull one more card. Oh my gosh. Okay. I know I tell people I'm a diviner, but I still like readings that are just so easy. The first one I pulled, Pele, baby. Pele. And she is the purifier. So I told y'all saw me shuffle those cards. Wow. She is the purifier. So, societally, definitely we'll see something. But when Pele appears, it says, expect the unexpected. And that is definitely Aquarius also. Her purifying fire often destroys well-laid plans and established comfortable forms that no longer serve you. She brings the supreme opportunity to align with spirit and come away from attachment to the physical and the past. Oh my God, the physical world and the past. Through her dismembering influences and rude awakenings, you are regenerated to yourselves. Baby, that is the sun conjunct Pluto right there. Some new regeneration. I think it could regenerate us, right? I think it could regenerate us. But wow. So I'm happy I pulled a second card. It's called Joy. I think that's the Neptune energy, the Mercury with Jupiter energy. So this card is all about the emotions and finding joy. And it says, this card is here to remind you of how easy it is to open your heart to the flow of joy that is present all around you. Take time to be in Mother Nature for fun and play, and the joy of life is yours to be experienced as a result. And the other thing is you want to share your joy with others. I do think that joy can come through quite a bit this week also. All right, thank you so, so much. If you would, I would appreciate you liking the video. I am working on making sure I keep my channel as vibrant as possible, so every like makes a difference. Feel free also, I invite you to share this with somebody who you think would benefit from hearing this astrological report. I would love to hear from you. What's really stood out for you? And if you want, one of the things I love to do is listen to the astrology and then at the end of the week, come back to see how did that play out for me? Okay. And that way, it kind of helps you to see how the astrology works for you. Thank you so, so much. I appreciate you. And yeah, see you in the next video. Peace.